Before we begin the following program, we would like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children or those of you who are of a Marxist or misandrist disposition.
One of these men is an arse. Can you tell which one it is? Actually, it's a trick question. They both are.
Oh, no.
Oh, for God's sake!
I don't like it.
I know you don't.
No.
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 You can't rewrite history, not one line.
People spend all their time making nice things, and other people come along and break them.
It's the end.
You're the cause of this disaster.
John Barrowman is an exhibitionist, narcissistic homosexual who likes to get his cock out in order to get attention. Although I've never seen it, he must have a schlong of Matt Smith proportions to be so confident in it, to whip it out and slap it on Camille Kajuri's shoulder in the makeup truck back when they were filming Doctor Who. When it came to Barrowman, the media latched onto what fandom has known for years as a result of them investigating Noel Clarke, who has been cancelled as a result of his alleged inappropriate sexual conduct. It's important to remember that Clarke, as of now, which is the end of May 2021, hasn't actually been charged with a criminal offence. He's simply been accused of inappropriate conduct and branded as sexual predator, with the result that his acting career is pretty much toast. As for Barrowman, he's been cancelled too, by those spineless worms at virtue signalling Big Finish, who removed his upcoming Torchwood audio with David Tennant, Absent Friends, from sale. Now, if Big Finish, we love virtue signalling, want to pay actors to record audios that they then don't release, like they did with James Dreyfus, then that's up to them. It's their money. Or your money that you've given them if you're still buying their stuff. The slime balls of Big Finish are, apparently, the sort of company who will quite happily take a financial hit in order to stay on the right side of the Twitterati, and they will also unperson you if you have the wrong opinions. Now, they're a private company and can employ or not employ whoever they want, and either release or not release whatever they've spent time and money on recording. But here's the thing. I don't have to buy their hackneyed retreads and Craig Hinton-esque fan wank, and I'm certainly not going to do so when it means funding and thus empowering censorious lefties who are increasingly using their releases to push their ideology at the expense of telling a good story. Speaking of which, Nicholas Briggs recently revealed himself to be as thin-skinned as Colin Baker. Who knew? It all kicked off on the unofficial Big Finish audio group on Facebook a while back, when someone called Regen Reviews posted a review of The Dalek Protocol, a Big Finish, we love virtue signalling fan wank written by Nicholas Sherlock Holmes Vanity Project Briggs. So let's have a butcher's at the cause of the problem. So this is Regen Reviews review of The Dalek Protocol by Nicholas Sherlock Holmes Vanity Project Briggs, and the review is pretty middling. It just basically says it's alright, it's nothing special, bit boring, but he still gives it 7.3 out of 10, so it's not bad. But over on the unofficial Big Finish audio reviews page, what does Nicholas Briggs say? What a bloody horrible, arrogant and mean-minded review there. To which Regen Reviews replies, wow, harsh coming from someone I admire. So Nick Briggs goes on the unofficial Big Finish audio group on Facebook and sees a semi-critical review and goes off the deep end. So Nicholas Briggs does not respond well to criticism. And then his mate John Ainsworth jumps in, who of course is part of the Big Finish crew, so obviously he's going to jump to his friend's defence. Your admiration for Nick and his work isn't very evident in your review above, which itself is rather harsh. You've described Nick's script as lackluster, basic and average. If someone was to publicly criticize something you had spent time, effort and love on in this way, I think you might be a bit hurt as well. You are, of course, entitled to your opinions, and indeed to publish them, but writers, producers and directors are human beings with feelings too. So don't be critical, don't say anything that hurts their feelings. Oh, poor lamb. Now Ben Ramsey says, so you should never publish a review that's at all critical or negative in case the creator sees it and gets their feelings hurt. Which is a valid point. So, Nicholas, Sherlock Holmes Vanity Project Briggs, then replies to Ben Ramsey. Did I say that? I don't think I did. I just gave my harsh review of the reviewer's harsh review to see how they liked it. Wow, which is very mature of you. John Ainsworth, his mate, has rather kindly articulated my views on the subject, and though we are great friends, we didn't actually communicate about this separately or in advance. Yeah, right. This is how I see it. Alright, how you see it, okay, as if that matters. Everyone has the right to publish whatever review they want to. Please feel free to be unkind about my work. That's your right. But if I'm foolhardy enough to read your review, and I mostly don't read reviews except the extracts I read out on the BF podcast, which are all positive ones pre-selected for me by someone else. That's telling, isn't it? So if I'm foolhardy enough to read your review, and it's an unkind one, I'm probably going to say something unkind back to you. Wow. Okay. In a way, reviewers and producers, writers, creators are similar. We both put things out there for public consumption, so we deserve everything we get, the good and the bad. Essentially all I was saying was, you upset me. That's my right too. But I'm not trying to tell anyone not to have a point of view and not publish it. That's a distorted extrapolation of what I said. No, that's exactly what you said. Nicholas, Sherlock Holmes Vanity Project Briggs, then replies to Tom Marshall. I didn't regard it as a personal attack, but if you slag off something I've put my heart and soul into, and I do that with all my work, it's going to hurt me, that's all. Oh, you poor lamb. To which Tim Fawkes gives the very pertinent reply, you are 59 years old. Grow up. So, Nicholas Briggs is as thin-skinned as Colin Baker. He doesn't respond well to criticism, which is telling. And then we get the usual back and forth of people who say, well, he wasn't being that harsh and I liked it and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Nicholas, Sherlock Holmes Vanity Project Briggs, gives his final reply, which is, anyway folks, it was late at night, I was a bit tired and accidentally got involved here. I'm off. Carry on loving or not loving whatever it is you do or don't enjoy. Best wishes to all, even to Regen Reviews. Yeah, sounds very genuine that, doesn't it? It was late at night. Excuse number 1. I was a bit tired. Excuse number 2. And accidentally got involved here. How can you accidentally get involved in a group? Interesting. And then poor old Regen Reviews responds, and basically he bends the knee. I'm listening and taking lessons from all of this intently. In other words, they got to you, didn't they? They got to you. There's absolutely a line between constructively critiquing something and being a total prick. And going through it again, I feel like this review crossed that line in more ways than one. Really. I want to apologise personally to Nicholas Briggs if he happens to read this again. I truly did not mean to hurt or offend in the slightest. So don't bother reading any more of Regen reviews of Big Finish's output, because of course we now know that his journalistic integrity, if you want to put it that way, is totally compromised because he's bent the knee to Big Finish. And this is what they do. They intimidate. They intimidate and they pressurize you into bending the knee and shut it up.
I don't know what my acquaintance did to upset you, but it's nothing to do with me.
Now, I know quite a bit about being in the crosshairs. I'm the bad guy because I cut out offensive misandry from a fan edit, and suddenly I'm the bad guy. Whoflix is going to stay private because I simply cannot be arsed dealing with lefty trolls. They're so tiresome and pathetic. I can't be bothered. I'm not going to do it. Nicholas Briggs has exposed himself, though not in a Barrowman way, as a thin-skinned, manipulative egomaniac who probably does have delusions of grandeur. After all, he's one of the fan glitterati, isn't he? An actor of, at best, modest talent, who totally lucked out as a fan, and who has totally fucked up in his treatment of the fans who are his customers. So, back to my original question. One of these men is an arse. Can you tell which one it is? Answer: they all are.
If you're a lefty and have been affected by any of the issues raised in this program,
Fuck off!